Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to do a video that I've seen a lot of people do. And I am not the originator, I am not the creator of this topic. The original video idea was started by Kimberly Clark, and I will link her channel below. She does anti-hauls. And I remember stumbling upon her channel a few years ago, I think it was, and thinking, anti-haul, what is that? And then I watched the video through, and it's basically things you're not going to buy. They may be hyped things, they may be limited edition, they may be newly released, they may be things that like everybody and their mother owns, but for some reason you just don't feel calling to purchase it. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to do that today, and I've seen a lot more people starting to do it. And I like this video because it's giving you reasons as to why you're not seeing me purchase and do a review on that particular product. You know, I sit and talk with my friends about, and they'll be like, are you going to buy this? Are you going to buy that? And so I thought, let me have that conversation with you guys. Am I going to buy this? Am I going to buy this new holiday palette that's coming out? Or I'm going to let you know. So that's what we're going to do today. If you guys are new and just stumbling on my channel, I hope you stay and subscribe. We have a lot of fun here. We do a lot of chit chat. And I just want you guys to feel relaxed, sit back, enjoy yourself. I have my cup of coffee. And let's get into what the heck I'm not going to buy. So the first thing I'm not going to buy, and I did not buy this last year either, is the Marc Jacobs About Last Night Style Icon Holiday Palette number 20. It's beautiful packaging. I skipped out on last year's just because the colors weren't really calling to me, and this year's is very reminiscent. I mean, there's similarities, reminiscent of last year's, but it's $100. And not that I wouldn't spend $100 on makeup, because I would, and it's not the price. I think it's just the mixture of colors, and I feel like a lot of the colors, I have things already in my collection that are similar. And at this point, I don't want to just keep collecting makeup for the sake of collecting makeup, because number one, it costs money. Number two, you have to find storage for it. Number three, I'm military and I move around a lot. And moving my makeup and my perfume and my nail polish gives me serious anxiety. And so I'm just not going to be purchasing that palette because it's not calling my name. I don't want to really spend $100 right now on an eyeshadow palette, because I'd rather put it on like skincare or something that I would be consuming. You know what I mean? Like I don't use eyeshadow palettes every day. I don't even wear makeup every day. So to add more eyeshadow to my already 2 drawers, 3 drawers, 4 drawers full of eyeshadow it's just too much. The next thing I am not going to be buying is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. So I have the original 2, they have the ultimate, or no, they have the Naked Basics palette, the original, and then they have the Naked Basics 2 palette, and I'm not in love with those. I'm not in love with Urban Decay's matte eyeshadow formula. I've had issues with it recently, and I don't know if it's just my eyes, no, it's not the primer, because I've been using the same primer for years. And I don't know, the colors in it are great for somebody who doesn't have those colors, but none of those colors are something I don't already have in another formulation. And I feel like since I already have those colors and I don't love the formula, I'm just not going to buy the palette. I mean, I love a couple colors in there, but it's just not calling to me. Okay, this next palette category, I'm just going to put it out there. I am not going to buy. I do not own any currently, and I do not plan on ever purchasing any Morphe eyeshadow palettes. Now, everybody and their mother's affiliated with Morphe. I am not. They don't know who I am. There's just too much drama, and it just freaks me out. It gives me anxiety, and anywhere there's drama, I run the other direction. I just feel like, yes, they're affordable, but I don't need palettes this big that I have to store, number one. No. It doesn't fit. It's just too awkward. I don't like all those choices in a palette. It's too much choices. There's too much going on. I already have a hard enough time deciding which things to put together, and then you throw in an eyeshadow palette with like 50 shades. It's just too much for me. I'm just going to say I'm just not interested. I would much rather get something else that's a smaller version of it. I feel like the eyeshadow formulas from all the reviews that I've watched several reviews on things, they're just not consistent, and yeah, so you will not see anything from Morphe from this girl. Next, we have the Too Faced Holiday Palettes. I'm not going to be buying those. They're cute. They're adorable. But I have one holiday palette that I purchased a few years ago, and I really enjoy it. And I feel like once you have one, you really have, not them all, but there's similar shades that get repeated, and I'm not one to just collect for the sake of collecting. I used to have that mentality, but I've learned that then if I don't really love something, then it's just been a waste of my money because I'm not going to use it. And I've learned that, and I've downsized my collection significantly, and I just don't want to add things to my collection that I know I'm not going to love and get a lot of daily use out of. I don't like palettes that have like bronzer, blush, and eyeshadow in them, and I'll tell you why. Because I won't use the bronzer and the blush because I store them over in my eyeshadow palette. And if I put the eyeshadow palette over here, it doesn't really fit in with my drawer system. And I don't know, I think it's great for travel. I think it's a great option for, you know, a teenager, someone new to makeup that just wants one thing. But when you have a lot of things and then you start mixing stuff like that, I just don't reach for all the things within the palette. And so then it's a waste of money. I'm not knocking the formula or anything like that. For me, it's cute, it's cutesy, but I'm just not going to be purchasing it. I'm actually surprised I'm not going to buy this next thing, but for me, I don't think the color is right for my skin tone. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette. Now, it looks beautiful. Is it a good value? Not really, because they make less product within the actual palette, and it is kind of spendy, but I love the Hourglass blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. I love them. But I think that the undertones in the new powders, the Surreal bronzer and the Surreal light, I just think it's too yellow. And that's going to look yellow on my skin. And right now, I'm pretty fair, and I'm going to get a little bit more fair. But if it's too yellow, it just doesn't look right on me, and you can see it on my skin. And so I'm not going to buy that because for my skin tone, I don't think it's going to be right. Okay, the next thing, the Natasha Denona new Star palette. It's beautiful. It's expensive, and I'm a little bit worried about the fallout from her more metallic-y shades. I don't own any of her eyeshadows right now. I think if I were to ever try any of them, I would try one of the smaller 5-pan things. I just think, I mean, unless you were to buy it on Beautylicious payment plan, which is awesome, it's a great option, is just so much money on one eyeshadow palette. Like if I told my husband, I think it's $169 for her new one, that's a lot of money. I could get 1.5 new tires for my van. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. And I think it's beautiful, but I'm thinking that the fallout situation with those glittery shades is not for me. Okay, this next it's going to be in line with one of the other brands I already mentioned, but Jeffree Star. I have a couple of his liquid lipsticks, and I don't have anything else. Nothing else really in his line really calls to me. I'm not into like crazy colors or anything like that. I don't know. I don't really feel it's right to support that situation, so I will not be purchasing anything else from Jeffree Star. Okay, the next thing is beautiful, but I'm not buying it. It is the Anastasia and Mario eyeshadow palette collaboration. I've watched a few reviews, and people have said nothing but raving. I love the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I think it is beautiful. That, I think, is worth the money. But the Mario one is a little bit too neutral. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, for me, I already own those colors, and a couple colors that are in there I just wouldn't use a lot because I just don't reach for greens and blues that much with my eye color. But the palette is beautiful. I've heard great things about it, but I have enough neutrals, and I just can't justify buying another neutral palette that it's just, it comes to a certain point where you got to start using what you've already bought before going and buying more kind of thing. And so I'm not going to buy that. If it landed in my hands, I would use it, but I am not going to go out and buy that palette because I can't justify it right now. I love makeup, but I don't want to become a makeup hoarder. I don't want to get to that disgusting state where I have so much makeup and I'm so overwhelmed. When I get overwhelmed, then I just want to do nothing. I just want to do nothing, or I want to take all of it and get it out of my sight because it's too much. I feel like I can't breathe. It's suffocating me. So right now I'm really content with the things that I have. I'm not going to be buying any of these things. I can add to this list. So if you guys like this video and you want another anti-haul video, we can do that. Yes, so Kimberly Clark, this was an awesome idea that you have started. So if you don't know who she is, I will link her things below and you can head on over and check out the originator of this. If you guys enjoyed, let me know, and we will do another video because I have lots of things I'm not going to be buying. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we will chat soon. Bye, guys.